looking for a man. It's Aller. Using his feet to buy time. Lets it fly. He's open on the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, a lot of space. The 30. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. The fair catch called for and made. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He's got the back in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
It's complete to the right. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Trying play action. And the heat gets home. They knock it down back at the 45.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Looking left. Got him downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmaker.
Gurney on the Jets. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the
this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the run. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. On the move to his left. Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic. You could have the perfect play call on, and he's still picking up the first.
He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his own 20. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Out of the gun, the inside give. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
It's a seam wide open. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to pick it up on the ground.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Quick completion on the outbound. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive covers 62 yards for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Takes a hit as he fires. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Made the play on the book, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard...
It's a running room. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Back open in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Trying to find his man in the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy, he's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
Skips away from pressure. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Takes the easy one to the back. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Gamecocks! Fitted in the window for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Touchdown, South Carolina! The The offense cashing it in on that drive. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Feels the punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. Pocket breaking down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They take the lead with the 6.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll run it to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. He just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Looking to pass. It's Allard. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. Grab behind the line. It's Pena. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Going right to work up top. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you've got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes...
Going for it all. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got a step and just dusted the field.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Blasted as he lets it go. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
And the Gamecocks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Bring in the heat. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Turning it on. There he goes. Just shedding tackles. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
it's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They'll run it on third and goal. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, South Carolina.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the